All right, my man. Moving on to the Texans and Jags game. What are we looking at here for Davis Mills? Why'd you like it so much?
I like this so much because we talked about the idea that maybe they have something and they don't have to take a quarterback. Last week we were talking about this, and
Agreed.
maybe they do. And this is not as far as like an athlete goes. This isn't him showing like, yeah, he's growing as far as pure athletic talent on the field at the quarterback position, but this is more understanding of the situation, more understanding of how to utilize the field in a way that you can get a good playoff. So
No, absolutely. Yeah, this is like we said last week. I think Davis Mills has a lot. There's a lot of potential there, and you get him with the right coaches. He could be something special. He's definitely. I think they're right in seeing, as far as Houston goes, that Davis Mills being the better option and kind of see what they have.
yeah,
With them right now, obviously, I think there's a little bit more upside with Davis Mills. But yeah, I'm excited to see this one. I was actually sitting at the bar with this game, and there's a guy who we sat next to so many famous people this weekend. Not to make it about me again, but he was asking us about taking the spread and stuff. This dude's like he designed like the Raiders stadium, and he lives out in L.A. and it was crazy. Sat next to T.Y. Hilton's agent too this weekend too, at the stadium. That was pretty neat. But again, enough about me. But yeah, he was like, yeah, should we take the Houston covering the spread, because Jacksonville I think was like 6-point favorites in this game, and Texans took it to him, man. They took it to him. So,
yeah.
All right, let's watch this play unfold, and we'll get back and start to break it down.
Pressure's coming. Mills throws one up for Dorsett. He's got him at the 20 and taken down at the 12.
Go ahead, Matt. Say it.
It's a dime.
It was a dime.
It was a nice dime.
It was
very
a
nice dime.
ball.
A nice,
beautiful
shiny
ball.
Nice shiny dime.
Yeah. I was like, I had like a proud dad moment, like watching this. I'm like, oh, bless your heart, Davis Mills. You've grown. I've seen it. So, reason this has to
Davis
be
dimes.
Davis dimes.
That might stick. Dimes?
Oh, definitely. He's already better than Danny Dimes. No, he is.
Oh, he is. Side note: Danny Dimes shut out for the season, neck injury.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
Yeah.
It's how about to look.
We'll be talking about you in a little bit.
So here we go. We're in our classic shotgun 11 personnel, and we're going to go with the trips bunch look here for the offense, for the Texans. And we got a nickel personnel formation, but given the all-out cover zero blitz look here. And they stick with it. So that gives you man-to-man coverage, and it's clear as day. And I will say this about this play: when I watched it the first time, I loved the dime, but then when I watched it for the second, third, fourth time, I kept going back to, I'm going to show this play, and I like it a lot because of the touch, the way that he understood how to beat the blitz, and he delivered a perfect ball. Like, all that's excellent. But I will say, you couldn't design a more obvious we're going man coverage here. And you can even almost dictate exactly who's going with what receiver. You know what I mean? Like the guy closest to the line of scrimmage is taking the wide receivers on the line of scrimmage, and the other two guys are obviously taking the other two. So
yeah,
as far as that goes,
that's interesting.
Yeah. I was like, you didn't really disguise nothing on that, but okay, you can still make it work because you're counting on the cover. You're counting on just enough coverage for all those guys that are blitzing to get home.
Right.
You're sending 8 dudes, for God's sakes. Like, someone better get home. But Davis Mills, smart guy, understands I'm gonna get an all-out blitz here, so I need to take advantage. So let's roll it, and I'll let you know when to stop it.
All right. Let me turn it down. There we go.
And now, click it just back a few. It's that delay with the internet.
Okay.
Internet, you're not perfect. Sorry to call you out. There we go. Okay. It's an anticipation throw that we're gonna get here. So this ends up going to
Dorsett, I believe they said.
yes, Philip Dorsett, and he runs a perfect post corner. He sells the in to the work to the inside of the field, but then he quickly breaks it back to the sideline, and that it's his route that sets it up perfect. But it's also on Davis Mills of using this the quick step back, and then just a perfect throw to drop it in the bucket.
Yeah. No doubt. I mean, he's got a pretty good pocket. Obviously right here, his line is doing
Yeah.
really good. We're getting a blitz over here, and this is what kind of causes that Davis is like, okay, all right, we got to get this thing off, and we got to throw it a little bit. But he's got a great pocket of space here for what Jacksonville sent on that line.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, just gets it off. Good timing, good awareness. I think he takes a little bit of a step back and then he kind of throws it off. And one thing I noticed too, the fundamentals, like it's not like a fundamental throw. It's not like planting your feet and kind of just getting set and going through your motions. It was just kind of, it almost looked like a bit of a lob. Like it was really easy to throw this thing. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah. I mean, everything dictated how this ball had to be delivered. The collapsing pocket, not being able to step into your throw. You're going to have to buy yourself a half a second, because if he doesn't take that like little shuffle step before he chucks the ball, he's probably getting sacked, or the ball's getting stripped out, or something else that's awful.
Correct.
And instead, he's able to get a pass off his back foot, falling away, but with enough body memory, muscle memory here, to really have this dialed in. It seems like this might be something he's practiced and you know what I mean? No, it doesn't. It's not natural. It's not ideal. But maybe it's something that you can practice, kind of like Steph Curry has done with his 3-ball.
Right.
He's practiced all sorts of goofy scenarios to get better at different situations. I know quarterbacks do this. I know I saw Jim Harbaugh with a little promo for Michigan. He was showing how he helped his quarterbacks get better with anticipation throws, where they put up a big divider and they have a wide receiver start on one end and then he's running to the other, and you have to throw the ball when you can't see the wide receiver.
Right.
You lose them for 5 yards. And that's kind of what this is too. This is a scenario where, either you have this kind of stuff in you and you can practice these things and you can, come up with the no look passes like Patrick Mahomes. These off script plays is what takes you from a good enough quarterback to yes, we can build around this guy and he can help propel this team. Because as far as I can tell, other than the Bills game and a handful of other games, he's shown enough that he really will be your biggest problem on the field. I'm not saying that he's your guy like, yep, I'm going to be able to take on the elite quarterbacks. No, you're not. He's not that. It's not like going into battle with Watson like they had. Going into battle with Watson, you feel okay with who you have compared to who your opponent's got at quarterback normally. But in this scenario, I would say Davis Mills projects to be somewhere in the 20s, the 23rd best quarterback in the league, 22nd.
I've definitely seen that. I've seen more spunk out of Davis Mills than I have Trevor Lawrence this year.
I will definitely agree that he seems to understand how to. I don't know what it is about Trevor. He's got superstar mindset all the time.
Yeah, I mean, obviously his coaching situation wasn't ideal, but it is cool to see. I mean, right, Davis Mills was a 3rd-round pick.
Yes.
Definitely not at the top of anybody's quarterback charts this past year. We all know who the top 5 were that were drafted, and Mills sank low for a reason.
Right.
But he's underratedly shown one of the better, just understanding of NFL speed, NFL offense, and especially on a team that bad too, which is even more impressive. I mean, Davis Mills.
He was a late riser, though.
Yes.
In the draft process, he towards the end of the right up to the last few days before the draft, you started seeing him leaked as a end of the 1st round, 2nd round guy. And I saw the Patriots tied to him and stuff like that. So the book on him was always, we think that his right now football will look good enough that you get excited for the future, but what kind of ceiling does he have?
Right.
That's the biggest thing with Davis Mills, I think, is just based on who he is as far as built wise. He's not going to develop the arm strength that maybe he's needed to compete. But at the same time, I don't know, man. We just watched the Bucks lose 9-0, and we just watched the Lions take down the Cardinals. So who knows in this league?
You really don't. But all right, let's continue watching this thing. Yeah, it is a dime, and yeah, he got the one-on-one coverage that he needed. That was a lot of trust here. Dorsett. I don't even know if Dorsett's been on this team for all this season. I feel like he got cut from somewhere earlier this year, maybe a month or so ago. I could be mistaken, but Dorsett has bounced around the league for a little while. I know he was drafted in Indy. I think he went to New England. I want to say he was at Seattle at some point, but he's bounced around, and this just takes amazing, chemistry, trust. This thing, it can be very much underthrown. He's looking for this ball. All it takes is a little readjustment here by the Jags defender to maybe get this thing. But it is very, very well placed on the part of Davis Mills. Yeah, it's a dime.
Yep. Yeah, post corner routes are, just as much anything in anticipation throw, because when he is at its finest is when you're hitting them in the mid break, kind of where you have it stopped right there.
Yeah.
Actually. Where you had it stopped right there is when he is mid break between the cuts. And you release it and you time it out perfect. That's what happens. Is what happens with Davis Mills right here.
Yeah, that's all it was too. Half a step. And
that wideout's not looking, and I think that's the biggest thing, man. I kind of knocked Gabe Davis on this. He had a great game this week for the Bills, but he looked back on a ball too early, and it gave the corner a chance to make a play on the ball. So that got to take some ownership on that too. So,
no, for sure. And for our audio listeners, I don't think we discussed the time and set up at what we're looking at here. Houston was up 20-10 at this point. 12:09 left in the third quarter, and it was 3rd and 7, and they hit him with a deep ball. So, just so you're kind of paying attention to that.
With the play clock almost running out.
Yeah, it was pretty dang close. Let's
if
watch.
That was the Bills, they would have flagged us.
Let's take a look at this one more time, and then we will move on to our first defensive play. All right, here we go.
Pressure's coming. Mills throws one up for Dorsett.
Beautiful spiral.
He's got him at the 20 and taken down at the 20.
Yeah, that was very, very nice. Good anticipation, I think, is the biggest thing, right? We always talk about these quarterbacks who can't anticipate the blitz. Well, if they're stacking 8, 9 in the box or however many they had, pretty good awareness by Davis Mills to be like, all right, I just got to get this thing up. Yep. There's no safety valve for him either.
No.
That's the important thing of this play too, is that there's no safety valve for him. So, and the coverage is so good on these two, right? The two that were backed up, that it's Dorsett or sack. And dude made a play. Dude made a big time play. So phenomenal work by Davis Mills. I think he's going to be not too shabby going forward. I'm excited for his future. I'm not sure. Not some kind of legend dude, but a guy who can find his way around the league for at least, I think he'd be a bounce around backup guy for, a good five-year stretch.
If he hits his ceiling, like I said, he can max out as like a fringe, low 20s guy.
Yes. No, I certainly think so.
319! 399! Hut! 33!
Yeah, spot.
Blue 58!